Is it ever going to stop raining? At this rate, we're going to buy a boat. So as part of our project with a militant we need for next month, we need the winch to go. That is in many pieces. Let me show you. Well, winch drum out here. The drum needs painting and sorting, but the frame's all painted, and that is all good. Although we should probably have a freshen up. In the container of doom, there is all sorts in here. Meteor block, racking the meteor spares and parts. Oh god. Yeah. Yep. It just. Yeah. Right. There is the drive motor for it. Today's mission is the rear fair lead. That bolts to the lorry in that hole there. But that race is stuck. We need him out so we can measure it up. So this bearing race is stuck well and truly in there. I've tried the old chisel and stuff on the back. I haven't got a. There's not enough. There's too deep a shoulder in there to get a puller on the back side of it. So I've had a plan, a cunning plan. I'm going to weld this piece of steel in here, turn upside down, hit it with big hammer. And we'll see what happens. I've got the new bearings for it. Right, so that is that plate all welded in. I've also welded around the outside, around the inside of the bearing race. Hopefully that adds some heat to it, and then I've had in the past had help with that. It's sort of shrunk the bearing slightly. No point having a big old hammer if you haven't got a big old chisel to go with it. One bearing race out.
We need to get this one out this side as well.
Oh yeah, I can't do both at the same time.
I didn't say you could. I said we need to get this one out. We don't need that one, this one out to measure it, because I want to measure that one up. Well, anyway, apparently we've got the right bearing for this end.
Yeah.
Got to turn upside down so Martin can measure it.
Size of this thing. I feel a bit inadequate here. It ain't fair. The reason we have to measure it is the bearing that is in there is way out of our price range. That's £3.5 grand plus VAT. We found another one that is very similar, which we've spent our whole life savings on. It's always good to see on the old invoice bump a special price, which is Bearing Supplies. We're not sponsored anyway by Norwich Bearing Supplies, but they do give us a good price, and they are very good. If you've got imperial bearings or something where you need to make work, it's but I can't justify putting a £3.5 grand taper roller bearing in the back of the winch fair lead. Whereas that one is a higher load rating and is a better bearing, but just a more modern size that is still made. The other one's no longer made. We've got to try and turn this place back into a museum again, ready to open. So we've got a 300 ton of armour to move. Most of it runs. What we got in here that doesn't run currently, well, goes without saying that the frog doesn't. She's got a steering issue. I was hoping to get around to fixing that, haven't had chance. But everything else should fire up on a button and drive out. Saying that, this big wheel of ferret doesn't. Currently, the engine's out. Gearbox is there, there's no engine. Well, I don't know how well you can hear me since the milling behind is building up with air. She is a tad noisy, but obviously you need a straight pipe. Music to my ears.
So, this is clutch pack in the hole. Here's threads in under there. The sticky outy bit goes in, well, goes in the engine. Splines in. That's all splined in. It's currently sat on this ratchet strap, so we can get the hook out the way. That's over there waiting for the gearbox. And now I've got to, if I shine the light in, bolt the main seal on, because the main seal comes, well, you've probably seen, comes with the clutch. Doesn't stay in the engine. That means I've got to reach through there to push this plate on, put some sealant on it, just so it doesn't leak outside of it. And yeah, there's 6 studs in there, which isn't fun. Some nice shiny washers and bolts, washers and nuts to put on it, and yeah, the can of sealant over there. You won't be able to see any of it because I fill the gap. But just a quick update on the clutch in hole.
Up this ladder. Lewis is in the gearbox bay, finished and connecting up that. He's now doing steering linkages and the 2 drive shafts. Meanwhile, I'm going to try and sort out, I've got loads of old engines and stuff down here. I want to get them out, and because we're farmers at heart, the best place to store things is potato crates. There's also going to be the last video you see this damn microphone. I've got a new bracket coming and a better microphone, because it's even annoying me keep seeing it flash on the screen. But antifreeze in the scent. Even got my old man on the job. $35 gallons this thing takes, but I think we're on the second to last can. Right then, let's get the Saladin outside.
That one up there, below the yellow. Have I got to get another one on? Or is that one?
It's
Another one, somewhere turning ignition on or something. Somewhere.
That's it. I've turned it on.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Cut the pumps on the throttle, and she should fire into life. So Saladin, that's one of the vehicles here at the museum you can actually climb inside when we're open to the public. Museum, we're different to a lot of museums. We really are, as our motto goes, hands-on, up-close, climb inside. There's several vehicles you can get inside. I mean, you look at stuff from the outside, but you don't know what it's like. You don't, until you get inside and realise how confined they are. She's also another one that we do driving experiences with, so you can come down and drive. So, let's park her in the yard. So I'll give you a little tour inside. So the paint's wore off because thousands of people sitting here over the course of a year, but she's all radioed up. Every single bit of CS it should have, it has. We've got a full set of rounds to go in the stowage, but we didn't put them in for some reason. And then driver's compartment is down. Where's it in my video? It's there. Right, next we better have a Centurion out. A proper tank. then, so carrying on with our tidy up and getting ready to open the museum. Next thing out the shed is our Chieftain. Josh is up there checking oils and waters and bits and pieces, making sure we're ready to go. Josh is now priming the oil pipe to the tank. Here comes the radiator. So you'll notice the back end of our Chieftain is quite different. Rather than have the two sort of horn-like exhausts, one either side, she has this big old set of louvers. That is because back in the late 80s, early 90s, she was a Chieftain Sid. They made two Sids. One is at Bovington Tank Museum and the other one is here. We have converted her mostly back to gun tank apart from the rear exhaust. You can see where the original exhaust was welded on and they cut it off. Down there. So you've got the louvers split up into several portions. This side is fans, where the fans blow out the back. You can see where the two exhausts are for the main engine. And then GU exhaust is down here. The idea with that was they were trying to get down the heat signature of the tank. So all the exhaust gases mixed with the air from the two big fans on the back of the L60 and push that out the back in one go. Also means, especially anyone who drives Chieftains around arenas and bits and pieces in recent times, not so much if you're on exercise in the army, is brake fade on the steering brakes. We don't suffer with that as half as much because we blow all of the air over the fans straight at the steering brakes and then out of the back of the tank. So the steering brakes are constantly being cooled. I won't show you today, but we will do a video probably in the next few months when she's out the barn next. We'll fire up the turret and get all the turret going because she does fully work. So first job, we need to start up the GU engine and get some warmth into that. Because we haven't run it for a little while, we are going to just turn her over and get oil pressure. And that is what Lewis is about to do. If Lewis shows the camera, Lewis, take the camera, point to your oil pressure gauge, shows.
Yes, just saying it. Stop. What the hell's that?
Right, we just found a diesel leak. God, I love Chieftains. I love Chieftains. Right, if we pass the camera to Josh, Josh is going to show us roughly where he thinks it's coming from.
In this hole. No, I say we turn the fuel pumps on, and as you can see, everything's now slightly dripping with diesel. As soon as I turn the fuel pump on for the GU engine. So it's somewhere in this hole. I'm going to get this out of the way because it's the pipe for the air for the generator. That's just a Jubilee clip at that end over there and it will come up. And actually then hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I found it. Lewis turned the fuel pump on for me and it is the filter. We have actually had one of these explode on us before because it's got a clear plastic bulb on it and it burst the thread out. And what it's done this time, you can just about see it here actually. If I get closer, is that a little bit black there? That's the seal. That shouldn't be here. That should be in the groove. They're a pretty high pressure fuel pump. So this time instead of like exploding the filter bowl, it's just pushed the seal out. So it's squirting from here right into, well, everything really. So drop that off, put that seal back in. If we've got a new one, we'll put a new one on. Do that back up and that should get us out of the get us turned around and parked up, and what we'll do is we'll replace the filter head because there must be something wrong with it for it to be doing that.
It's Chieftain's lucky day. Get a new oil and new diesel filter and a new set of seals. Oh, that is manky. Oh god, that is manky. We had all the tanks out and flushed all this. We never flushed the diesel. We never did the GU engine. Oh, we never changed the filter in the GU engine. It's our bad. I forgot we didn't do that. We did the main engine. We did all the tanks. The two saddle tanks in the gearbox bay, we did the whole lot, blew all the pipework out, cleaned everything, except for this filter. This here, Katsu, is the make of the diesel housing on here, because I replaced the diesel filter housing.
Don't recommend it.
I don't recommend it. We've had nothing but issues with this filter housing.
Yeah. Custom made bottom bolt.
Yeah, this bottom, I made this. This bottom bolt used to be plastic. It still has the drain bung hole at the bottom, but that isn't drilled through. Here it is. Oh, I did a good job that day. This bolt here just exploded. Well, we didn't have the main engine off. The main engine wasn't fitted. I was checking for diesel leaks, so I sat beside the engine. I got Josh, fit the old fuel pumps on. Boof! I went from dry and happy to unhappy and soaked in diesel in a millisecond. Like I was saying, this beep diesel filter housing, it's also cracked at the bottom. You probably can't see that on the camera, but there is a crack there and a crack there. So, gone. The top of the tool cabinet is a spare bulb.
Right.
Bulb. Can you grab that? It's a metal one. Chieftain is a proper tank. It's not just a main battle tank, it's also just a catch tank to catch all of the crap the L60 throws out.
So, new shiny filter. Well, not so shiny anymore because I put my grubby paw prints on it. Fitted. We've had the fuel pump running, and Chieftain, a lot like a lot of military stuff, runs open returns. So we've got, you'll find down there, there's 3 diesel pipes. There's a feed, there's the leak off, and then there's just an open return. So it means you don't have to open up any of the bleed screws, which is a bonus, because you can't get to them. So that's all fitted. I'll climb out, check if we got oil pressure.
Ready on GU engine. Okay. Oh no, you have.
Your job is to tell me when we get it, not when we haven't.
Okay. Go again. Right, so. What, oh yeah, Chief. Hang on. Go!
So we'll now warm the GU engine up a little bit, then we'll bring her on charge. We'll turn the main engine over till we get oil pressure on there, and then we shall make some smoke. I know this is a very different style of video that we normally do. We have just been so busy. I've just been flicking the camera on and just highlighting some of the things that's happened over the last week. It's been one of them weeks from hell, really. If it hasn't broke, it's because we haven't touched it yet, and it'll break when we get round to it. But now we're back to normal again. We shall be back on to tinkering Tuesdays and try and put out a bit of a restoration of what we've been up to over the week out on a Sunday or a Saturday. Thanks for bearing with us. We do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.